What? What? What are you saying? It's too dark in here? No, that's not what you said? What are you saying? That was fun. I figured out how to split clips and videos, and I had a vision and I tried it, and we'll see what the results are in due time. Yeah, so most of why I did that is because I can't decide what kind of a table I want in my living room. And after doing this, I think I've decided what I want. The problem with me and making decisions is that I can't stick with any one thing. So it's like, I'm like, okay, let's decide on a table. So then I'll go through different websites looking at tables, and I'm almost positive I don't want a round one. I've never liked the idea of round tables. I didn't like it when I had a round table. I think my problem with it is that, like, like every opposite point is equidistant from each other, and so you just like, you can't ever get closer to the center of the table, and that's very annoying to me. Like, I just, maybe sometimes I want to be closer to the center of the table, or closer to the opposite side of one side of the table. Like, I don't know. So I'm thinking a rectangle would be best for me. And then, you know, thinking about the rectangle, I was like, okay, do I want something lighter wood, something darker wood? And then I saw this picture where these like bookshelves were behind the table, and I was like, oh, that looks so good. So now I'm thinking I want bookshelves, and I'm thinking I want 2 tall black ones, so that way I can have a place to organize all of my math things and all of my important papers and things that I haven't been able to organize since I moved here. Yeah, it just sounds better and better to me. So yeah, now I have to get these bookshelves before I get this table, because depending on how the bookshelves look and fit, will, you know, help me decide in getting a dark colored table or a light colored table. I think I want to get a light colored table with dark chairs, or the opposite, but it depends on what it looks like. But those bookshelves are expensive, so who knows when that'll happen. And then I just get into like these weird, like, I don't know, I get into these weird episodes where I'm like, I have to change everything now. And that's kind of what I was in yesterday. I was like, I'm not feeling this desk in my room anymore. I want it to be in the light. It's just so dark in here. And I just, yeah, something clicks and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. That's one of the really cool things about living alone, is that if I want to rearrange everything, I totally can. Like, it can be 10 o'clock at night and I can do that. It's wonderful. I've always been that way. Like, when I lived at home, I was like that. And I would just, like, I would sit there, like, trying to do my homework, and I'd just be, like, staring at my room. And I'd be like, it could be so much better if I move this piece over here, and then move this piece over here, and then organize these things in this way. And then I can't stop thinking about it, and then I stop studying, and then I start working on it, and then 3 hours pass. My mom comes in the room, and she's like, what are you doing? I'd be like, working. Because I've also, like, convinced myself that I won't be productive unless things are this way and things are better. The joys of being me. But my personal space it's very important to me. Well, not my personal, like my bubble, like it's very important to me. So I had this thought, and it kind of freaks me out, and it happened this morning. Normally I have a really difficult time waking up in the mornings. Like, I just can't fathom that I exist. I'm just like in this weird dream state, and I know that's not normal. Like, you're not supposed to be waking up from dreams like that, but I really struggle with getting up in the mornings, and it's because when my alarm goes off, I'm still like in the middle of a dream. So I'll wake up and I'll turn it off, and then I'll go right back into that dream. And I don't think you're supposed to be able to do that, but that's what happens to me, and it's very frustrating. Like yesterday morning, I timed the goddamn thing. I woke up, my alarm went off at 6:10, and then I went back into whatever dream I was having. I remember that. I went back into the same dream. The next time my alarm went off, it was 6:42, and I do this on purpose to like help me get out of it. I was still in that same dream, and I was like, wow, that dream lasted for 32 minutes, which I know can't be possible because dreams don't last that long, but I don't know, I don't know. But it's very annoying, and like I'll go to sleep thinking, okay, I would really love to be up by 7:20, 7:10 would be awesome, but I'd love to be up just by 7:20. We can work with that. And then when I'm going through my alarms and when I'm waking up, something in my brain convinces me, like, you don't have to be up until 7:40. And I'm like, oh yeah. And then I wake up and it's 7:44, and I'm like, god damn it. It's so annoying. But like I've never been late for work, the really cool thing about my work is like I'm allowed to be there between like one point in time and one point in time. Like it's a 3-hour time span that I can get there. It's pretty cool. So I've never been late, but I would love to get there earlier, and that's what I've been trying to do. And this last week I was consistently getting there about 20 minutes earlier than I normally do. So I'm hoping to keep that that rate consistent. We shall see. But yeah, anyway, I really struggle with waking up the mornings. This morning, I just like woke up. I don't know, it was 7:54, and I was like, oh, I'm awake. And rare is the day that that happens. I love it when it happens, but it's very rare. And I just like, my brain just started thinking. It just started going. And it wasn't one of those, it's too early to think about, because I was like just wide awake. And I just started thinking about like consciousness, because I've been kind of thinking about it just recently because of like deja vu, and I don't know. I just like, I think deja vu is real, kind of. I know there's some explanation about like how it happens. I haven't read it. I should, but I don't want to, because I want to believe that it's real. But like, it's, I don't know. I've always just wondered, like, okay, so our brains, like that's where we are. Like our body is physical, but we are in our brains, and our brains are, they're also physical. But does that make consciousness physical? I don't know. So I was like really thinking about it, and I've just always wondered, like, well, if you can't say that consciousness is physical, then does consciousness follow the same, you know, rules and laws that apply to everything else that is physical, like being constrained by time and space? Like, could there ever be a slippage? Like, does your consciousness exist at every point in time, and your physical brain is the thing that's carrying it through space and time? So this is why I'm not allowed to read books on black holes, because I just think for way too long. But yeah, I forgot where I was going with this. Consciousness, deja vu. So if your consciousness isn't necessarily like within those constraints, then what if sometimes it slips? And that's what you see sometimes when you're dreaming. Like that's probably the most lucid point of your brain state, where things are just like happening. And then what if something slips? And then you get deja vu. I don't think that's real, and I have no place to be saying any of this. It's just like me thinking and wondering. But it is fascinating, just the brain as a whole. But I forgot, like, I was thinking about all this, and I was like, whoa, I haven't had deja vu in a really long time. And I used to have it a lot, like nearly every day. And I was like, wow, I haven't had it in a long time. And then literally that day at work, I had it. And then it was either that same day or the next day I had another one. And it was like, oh, I do still have it. I just like don't pay any attention to it anymore because I don't care anymore. Yeah, I don't know. But I also like, I have a lot of dreams every night. I never sleep through the night, not really. I wake up at least 3 or 4 times a night. It's very annoying. I can just go right back to sleep, but even then, like, I know that's not healthy. Like, that's not what's supposed to happen. So it's very frustrating, because I'd love to just, you know, sleep. Yeah. So what else happened this week? I came out with a math video on multiplying the conjugate. I want to keep doing those. I want to do another one this weekend. I'm thinking the same thing, but it's multiplying the conjugate, but like applying it to limits. I think that'll be the next video. I don't know, I had a lot of fun doing it, and I might just keep rolling with it. I got this program, software thing that I really like for editing these. But it's a 30-day free trial. I think I only have 20 days left, so I need to really get cracking with these videos. But yeah, I wanna keep doing that because it was a lot of fun. I'm finding that I like editing videos. I don't know. I like it. That's it. I've always liked, I don't know, like PowerPoint and shit. I loved making presentations. That was my fucking jam. And I was good at it. I remember like in high school I did one for like it was my history class, and I did one for the 1920s, and like I really fucking tried to understand the 1920s, like let me just say. And I worked really hard on that PowerPoint. I even practiced giving presentations like with my mom, and yeah, I worked really hard. So then I did it, and my teacher was like really impressed and like really proud of me, and like everybody else in the class was like, whoa, that was pretty good. And I was like, I feel so good right now. And I ran into this teacher maybe like 2 or 3 years later when he was a principal at another school, and he was like, this girl made a 1920s presentation that would have blown you away. And I was like, wow, my lesson stuck through. What a fun time. Anyway, yeah, I love PowerPoint and shit like that. And also I just love organizing, and it's good for me to do that, just so I'm not staring at my apartment all day thinking about all the things that I want to do with it. I'm just annoying. Ah, fuck. Oh, my frightening thought. I never even finished that. I never got to the part that was so frightening about it. Okay, so if we're, oh yeah, consciousness. Trying to decide whether it's physical or not. So then I was thinking about computers and how computers have like, you know, like processors and microprocessors, whatever those mean. And, you know, computers essentially think. And I was wondering like, okay, like is that physical? Like the part of computers that think? And I decided that yes, they are physical because they have a speed. Like, you know, it says like it has this processing RAM speed, whatever. I imagine that's like the equivalent of thinking, at least what I'm thinking of anyway. I don't know. So if that's physical, and if our consciousness is similar to that, oh no, but like my thing was like, okay, if you could put a speed on it, then that means that, okay, yeah, it's physical, because I swear to God, I'm not doing that. I have no way of proving it, but hold on. What was I gonna say? Shit. If you can put a speed on like how quickly a computer thinks, I kind of decided, okay, then that makes it physical. If you can put a speed on something, that means it's like, you know, it's something moving over a certain amount of time. So that means it has a position, it has placement, so like it has to be physical, you know, at least by our rules and regulations. So if you can put a speed on thought and on consciousness, then that means that, okay, like it does have to be physical then, in a sense. In a sense, because also you can put a speed on light, but light is a particle and a wave, I think. I forget. I know it's a wave for sure. I forget what the other bit was. But it's both of those things, and so, like, what if consciousness is like that? I don't know. But the thought that I had, I keep getting carried away. There's, like, that ghost in the machine thing, like, that Isaac Asimov once put in his sci-fi book, I, Robot. But also just, like, you know how, like, if you clear an iPhone, there's still parts of it that have, like, what it previously had, even though you've reset it and you've deleted a lot of things, there's still parts of it there, like in contacts or, I mean, I don't know what else, but, you know, would our brains do that as well? Like, after we, like, die, are we still there just for a little bit, like, for as long as that part of our brain stays somewhat organic? And I don't know how long this would last. Maybe it'd only be a couple seconds or a couple minutes or even longer. I don't know. But, like, would it be like a dream, kind of? Like, you die and your consciousness is still kind of swimming in there a little bit just because it's, you know, just, where else is it going to go? Like, it's going to stay in your brain. But what if it's just like this weird lucid dreaming, like, just for a little bit? And what if you can hear what's going on just for a little bit? I don't know. It was, I don't know. Why is everyone attacking me? That's just, like, the thought that I had, and, like, literally right when I woke up this morning. It's like, okay, it's time to get up. I'm hoping this will be the last game. Okay, what else do I want to talk about? Window light, I think that's self-explanatory. We are in the window light. I also really like Robert Frost's, I don't actually know the name of that poem. But it's like, lovers forget your love and list to the love of these. Shoot a window flower and he a winter breeze. When the dusty window bell was melted down by noon, the caged yellow bird hung over her in tune. I only remember bits and pieces of the rest of them. I don't remember what order they come in. There's, like, I think 4 more stanzas, 5, maybe 5. But yeah, I really like that poem. You should read it. Yeah, also winter. Speaking of winter breezes. He was a winter breeze concerned of ice and snow and blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm done. But it's fucking coming. There was frost on my window last week. The first time it happened, there was barely any of it, and I was like, oh no, oh no. But, it wasn't bad. I just got my car, turned on the heater, it was fine. The next day, my car was much more covered, and I looked at it and I was like, I have no tools, fuck. And then I sat in my car and I just laughed, because it was like, it gave me heavy AI feels, like when that kid is just sitting in that car for, like, eternity. I don't really remember that movie. That's kind of what I remember, and it's very sad, and he's just there for a really long time, and it's cold. That's all I really remember. But those are the vibes that I got. And I was like, shit. I just turned on my car, I blasted the heater, and it did eventually melt away. So everything was fine. But, god damn it, I didn't know it was going to happen this early. No inkling of an idea. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. As far as, like, temperature goes, though, I'm not mad. And in fact, I actually don't mind this weather at all. It's been, like, below 30s, like, in the mornings, and I genuinely like that. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like I'm gonna really hate anything below this. My hands are also still, I don't know if you can't really see, but they're still, like, cracking, and it's gross, and I don't know what to do about it. It's starting to happen on my left hand. I've been applying lotion, but I think that might be a problem also, because I never apply lotion, and so I might be freaking out my skin just a little bit because I'm applying so much. I don't know what to do. Yeah. And what else do I want to talk about? French. Oh, squaring up. So that's something that's been happening a lot this week. So the hallways at my work are very small, and when you turn them, like when you turn, at any point, somebody could be on the other side of that. It just happens. I almost bump into people at least 4 times a day, and it's very annoying for me. Like, it's annoying that I feel like it's my fault, and like I'm being annoying, but I know it has to happen to everybody else too. If it doesn't, I'll cry because that means I'm doing something wrong. But yeah, I just like, when someone gets especially close, for whatever reason, I square up like this. Like, imagine like turning a corner and then seeing me like, I don't know why I do that. And it happened so badly yesterday to the point where my coworker just started laughing at me, and he was like, oh my god, if that was a TikTok, mind you, this man is in his like late 30s. I think, shit, now I feel bad. What if he's younger? But yeah, he like, and okay, so when I get to work, the very first thing that I do is plug in. Like, I get my little earbud, I put it in, and I just like, it's either music or it's a podcast, it's an audiobook, it's something. I plug in immediately. And this day, I decided not to do that. I was like, you know what? I feel like I don't need to do that today. It like really helps with my anxiety, and it helps me stay like in focus and in beat. I don't know how to explain it. It just helps me think. But yeah, I didn't have that. It was just me in the lab, and I was just like cleaning shit and trying to organize stuff. I was just like in that mood the last couple days. That's all I was doing. And he walked up to me and he was like, hey, Elise, and I was like, holy shit, like I freaked out. I don't think I said shit, but I freaked out. And when I did that, I squared up. I was ready to fucking go. And I don't know why. I caught myself and I apologized, and he just started laughing. He was like, oh my god, that's a fucking TikTok. I even apologized for squaring up. I was like, I don't know why I do that. I know I'm safe here. I know there's no reason to do that. It's just like so embarrassing. Like, you know, in Les Mis, when Fontaine, I hope I said that right. She like, fucking hell. She, when she's about to be arrested for, you know, defending herself against that asshole, she's like, kind of like she's in the cold and she's kind of cowering and she has her fists up. Do you know which scene I'm talking about, where she's literally just like so scared and she's like this? I imagine that's what I fucking looked like, and there's absolutely no reason for it. Like, at least why? I really love to kick that habit because it has to look pathetic from whoever is on the other side of me witnessing it. It's so embarrassing. So yeah, that's been my life lately. I'm gonna try to go on a hike either today or tomorrow, because I feel like this will be one of the last weekends that I can do that before winter really sets in. And the leaves are like, they're like all red and yellow now. It's so pretty. Especially like on my drive home, like it's just like sunset and it's like the lighting on that. It's gorgeous. Just like something about sunset on dying leaves. Just looks really nice. shit, I really did that. Fucking hell! Fuck, fuck, fuck! I don't know why I thought that was 4 spaces. Shit. Oh, cool, I won. Okay. Look what window light does for me. I'm like a plant. I'm like a flower. LOL. Okay, I'm done. I'm insufferable. Okay. Goodbye.